um, the meetings go so much smoother, just kind of based off experience, in my eyes.
Exactly. Yeah. And if they give pushback, sometimes they'll say something like, um, well, no, my wife doesn't have to be there. And then I'll ask a question, something like, awesome. So if you go solar, I'm assuming you'd run it by her, yeah? And he'll say, well, yeah, we, whatever. And I'll be like, okay, great. I'm just trying to make your job easier. So if she has questions, I want to be able to answer them. I don't, if she wants to clean the kitchen or she wants to hang out on the couch next to you or play with the kids, that's fine. But if she has a question while we're going over all your savings, I just want to be able to answer them real time. Okay, so when's the time you and Samantha? Da 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 da. You just cut it off and book the time. Jeff, do you want to pop in?
Yeah, just want to all great stuff. And and yeah, if someone tries to make, say that they're the decision maker, even if you didn't like prompt them to say that, I always try and make a joke, about like, you're braver than I am because, I know that my wife wouldn't want me doing this without her, yada yada. But also too, giving people a reason for why you're asking them to do something is really helpful. And there's a couple different ways that you can kind of justify why you need both people. One is like I'm sure they're going to have questions, and I don't want you to have to remember everything, right? It's a lot of information, and in the end, it's like it's like I had to learn this for 6 months, right? So it's going to be difficult for you. That's one reason. Another one is um, that I've used. Sometimes I forget, but it's like, well, hey, we need both people there because we need to get a true understanding of how you're using your power. So I need to understand how you're using the power. I need to understand how your wife is using the power to make sure
Oh,
that we are getting the best system designed for you to make sure that we are setting you up properly for the future. Okay?
that's a
So
good one.
now it's something that the husband or the wife can't answer on behalf of the other spouse. So always
I
like just with anything, it's always like give a reason why, right? Like when I'm asking for the bill, hey, I need that bill. And then I'm like, because you know what? Our appointment, and I'll even say it flat out, like our appointment is pointless without the bill. Like I'll have nothing to give you without that bill. So let's make sure you get that so then we can kind of present everything to you. It's about giving them reasons why what you're asking them to do is important.
Exactly. So good, Jeff. One of the things I'll say with the bill is I've sent over the my digital card and then I'm having them look at it. And while they're looking at it and grabbing their bill, I'm doing the calendar and I'm getting the appointment time. If they're not there, they don't, let's say they're not home and they don't have access to the bill. That happens maybe 10% of the time. Then I'll just say, great, let me just get you on the calendar. It'll just be tentative until I get that bill. That bill will confirm your appointment. So that means for them, like, hey, we just built up a ton of value on this. This is tentative. If I don't get that bill, that's not even happening. Next Tuesday's not happening. And I do in a very kind way let them know that that bill confirms their appointment. Alrighty, so last is just a warm handoff. Jeff, really everyone here who's setting is doing a really great job of this. We've noticed in recent weeks, a really great tactic is to introduce the customer to the closer in a three-way text. We can maybe throw up some examples in our Slack or our WhatsApp group of just like a little template you guys can follow, but it looks something like, hey, Jeff, so awesome talking to you and learning about your energy needs. We're excited to see how we can support you and get and help you lower those $500 bills and like make it fun, like throw an emoji in there. Be like, I just wanted to quickly introduce you to your closer, Cole, or not closer, your energy expert, Cole. He's amazing. He's been in the field for going on X amount of years. You're going to love him. Don't say the word closer. I don't know why I said that. Energy expert or Maryland expert, make chief energy something. And then Cole would pop in and be like, hey, Jeff, so awesome to meet you. We're excited to see you and your wife, Samantha, on Tuesday. So then you're just now solidifying it, and that brings that accountability for that homeowner. It's like they got Cole and they got Jeff on there. Like they've got everyone there looking at that appointment time. It's going to be a lot harder for that homeowner to back out of it. And then sometimes it's also great. Jeff, you do a really wonderful job of this, of setting up the closer with an email. So a copy of that discovery and that bill, and then maybe some kind of, I don't know, any type of details we need to know. Like they're building a shed in the backyard. These guys love to travel. They have a pool, whatever that you want to throw in there so that the closer can come in and immediately establish that rapport. Cole, anything you want to share on that before we maybe just open it up to questions and let people ask and see how we can support them if they have a homeowner or a customer that they want to just help move along?
Yeah, no, I think just having those handoff notes, for me, I'm a little different. I don't care if it's 2 pages worth of handoff notes. I think the more information, the better. Even if you put in there that their favorite color is purple, I'll find a time to bring it up or something. So no, I think it's very important. Just keep it simple at the end of the day. Don't overthink it. If you feel uncomfortable with any sort of portion, again, just go back to that's a great question for our Maryland expert, Virginia expert, whatever state that they're in at that time. We're here to help you guys. So we want to see you guys succeed, and don't try to overcomplicate your job. If you are comfortable with just doing the setting and the calling right now, and you want to see some discoveries done by me, Ashley, or Craig, like we are happy to set up a time to do that. I think it's pretty important to kind of see how those get done, just because that's kind of the last step before the closing appointment. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. But I think, do we have any questions out there? Anybody want to share maybe a story on how I see a few more people that have some sets here? Anybody have a success story?
Rebecca's doing great right now. Jessica's doing great.
What do you got, Jessica?
Jessica just had her
I was just
fail.
yeah, also. But I was going to mention about that because in my case, I have not been like booking like let's say 20 appointments a week, but I have been noticing that every appointment that I have set has moved along and a way, shape, or form. If they're not signing right now, they're gonna be signing in a couple months. And I think that's a very valuable part about doing a very good job on going deep in the discovery, but also listening. I think listening goes such a long way. I had a discovery that was very long once, because a guy had so many objections. He had had some tough experience with solar before, and that talking to him, walking him through everything, and also being very understanding of those objections takes you a very long way because you almost get to a point of being friendly with them. And when you're friendly with them, they trust you more. And with that, what I was also going to mention is having a very good communication with your closer, with whoever, apart from the three-way text, you want to tell them like what this person is like. Are they tough? Are they friendly? What to expect? Do they have some objection that is probably going to come up? Because you want your closer to go into the meeting acting as if they already know them and they already know what this is all going to be about. So one thing that really helps with that is being very specific with your notes. I know sometimes it's easier for us to just say like, okay, they want a battery, yes or no. How many amps? Like being very simple, and yes, be simple. You don't want to put irrelevant stuff and just like put everything that you can find there, but do be very specific with everything that you say. If you find out that they have a tough time getting their bills, or they're older and they have a tough time with docs or something like that, be very specific with all of that and make it easy for your closer to find those notes, to know who they're talking to, and also to know why this person is interested. Because if this person is interested for just saving money and they do not care about the environment, you don't want your closer to go in talking about the environment because they won't care. So be very open with that. And lastly, the other thing I was going to mention is have a card. I know Ashley mentioned her digital card, but that goes such a long way because even if you have a person that you answered and said, no, I'm not interested, no, not right now, still send your card. And in your card, I don't know if they mentioned the ambassador program right now or if everybody knows about it, but what I have done with a lot of people who aren't interested in this time is mention the ambassador program. They might not be interested, but they might know someone who's interested. And if they refer someone and they go solar, they get $1,000. So most people will actually like that. And if you have that in your digital card and you send the digital card to them, everything is easier and they will always have your contact there. So I think that's kind of my experience till now, and it has worked pretty well.
I'm so proud of you.
That's awesome.
Love you. Knocking it out of the park. Yeah, Jessica's doing so good. So good. You know, another person who does amazing at establishing rapport is Rebecca. Everyone is in love with Rebecca. Like they just want to hang out with Rebecca. Well, I'll be on a close and they're like, well, yeah, Rebecca and I talked for an hour and a half. No, Rebecca's awesome at this as well. All right, does anyone, it looks like Craig dropped in our Jot form. So I have to do pen to paper because I'm 85 years old at heart. But people who like to do like phone stuff, this is a good one because you can have them on speaker and you can just go through the Jot form and it'll also kind of prompt you, be like, oh yeah, I gotta ask about the roof, or oh yeah, I gotta do this. So if you guys want to just copy that Jot form, just like save it to your notes and you can have it up in front of you in your next discovery. Alrighty, anyone else? And also that's going to submit everything for you too. So it'll submit all your stuff. Does anyone else
Yeah,
have
the job form makes it easy. So that way, if you fill it out, you'll get emailed a copy. And then, so it will also be emailed a copy in Slack to our admin to distribute to you or put it in the system automatically as well. So it's a really easy way on the fly to be able to talk on the go, fill it out. Really easy, just follow along. Piece of cake. And it's, you just slide with your thumb, like pretend like you're doing your Tinder thing. And it works great.
I love it. Thanks. All right. Does anyone have any questions or comments? What we'll do is we will take this recording, we'll go put it in our dialed in chat and then our team chat for anyone who missed it. We'll give it like maybe 1 more minute if anyone wants to chime in. Otherwise, we can just let everyone go enjoy their days, then go make some closes and sets so we can all go make some more money. Cole, there's your number. Cole, drop his number.
Ashley, you can throw your number in there too. So if anybody wants to reach out to Ashley or I to try to sit in on maybe discoveries or just have something that they've been struggling with during sets, just reach out. We'll try to, get you guys some help and kind of go from there.
All righty. Well, thanks, guys. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Let's go make some sets, get some closes, reach out. We love you all. We're here to support you.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
When the nights are cold but the world's on fire and you're scared to fall 'cause it feels too high, oh, look at you.